Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing dinosaurs, and there's a couple ways I think you can build this deck. One is aggressive with low-to-the-ground stuff, like there's a hasty dino, but I think the better way is probably just going with fight rigging and doing very explosive turns that the opponent can't really deal with. We have a lot of sneaky ramp in the deck, so we have and a lot of new cards as well, so I'm going to go over pretty much all of them. We have the Ixalan's Lorekeeper, which is tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast dinosaur spells, or activate an ability of a dinosaur source. All of our cards are dinosaurs pretty much. We also have 4 Intrepid Paleontologists, which is add 1 mana of any color, and then for 2 you can exile a card from a graveyard. You may cast dinosaur creature spells from among cards you own in exile that have been exiled with the Paleontologist, and if you cast a spell this way, it enters with a finality counter on it, which means if it dies, it gets exiled. We also typically in the 2-drop slot have 1 Skullspore Nexus, which is a legendary artifact, and it costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So our 6 drops, or our 6 power creatures, of which there are quite a few, or higher, can make this basically just cost 2 green mana. And it says, whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur creature token with base power and toughness, each equal to the total power of those creatures. And then for 2 and a tap, you can double target creature's power until end of turn, which is nice to get through with trample, but also if your opponent targets something with a kill spell, you can double its power, so that way you get, for example, if you have the Pugnacious Hammerskull on the field, you double its power, so it becomes a 12/6, so then you get a 12/12 token when it dies off the Skullspore Nexus. The whole deck focuses basically around fight rigging, and also ramping, but that's kind of secondary. So fight rigging is a card you all know, I won't go over it, but basically what you're trying to do is get the fight rigging down and then play the Pugnacious Hammerskull, which is 3 mana, 6/6, and then it says whenever it attacks while you don't control another dinosaur, put a stun counter on it, which means it won't untap during your next untap phase. But this is a fantastic trigger for the fight rigging, because for 3 mana, it's very cheap, so we like that. And then, of course, you're fight rigging into your bigger threats. But we also have 2 Huatli, Poet of Unity, which is a legendary human creature. And it says, whenever it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So, a nice way to find your extra land if you need it. And then for 3 and 2 white or 2 red, or a combination of the 2, you exile it, return it to the battlefield transformed under her owner's control, and activate only as a sorcery, which gives you Roar of the Fifth People. We never flip this in any of our games, but because we want to do other things for 5 mana, but basically for chapter 1, create 2 3/3 green dinosaur creature tokens, and then it gives creatures you control have tap, add Naya colors, and then search your library for a dinosaur card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, and then dinosaurs you control gain double strike, trample, and yeah, until the end of turn. So let you build your board, ramp, and then search your library for a dinosaur. Into our big boom booms. Well, actually, we have another sneaky ramper. It's the Hulking Raptor for 4 mana, Ward 2, which is nice. And then at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add 2 green. So if you have the Lorekeeper, the Paleontologist into the Raptor, you can get a tally out as early as, I think, turn 4. I think 4, 5, 6, yeah, turn 4. So if all things go according to plan, potential turn 4 tally, which is fantastic. In the 5-drop slot, this is our WinCon area. We have 3 Bonehorde Dracosaurs, which is a dinosaur dragon. It has flying and first strike, which is nice. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exiled a land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If you exiled a non-land card this way, create a treasure token. So a nice way to dig through your deck a little bit, also gives you additional value for those cards, which you can play, and then you also get value from them. So I like this card a lot. And then in the 6-drop slot, we have the Trumpeting Carnosaur, which is 6 mana, a 7/6 with trample, and it says when it enters the battlefield, discover 5, and discover is exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 5 or less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost, or put it into your hand, put the rest in the bottom in random order. So this can hit pretty much everything down here. which is nice, and you cast it for free. So ideally, you're casting like a Bonehorde Dracosaur, but any of these others will do. Fight Rigging as well, because it will get an immediate activation, which is cool. And then for 3 mana, discard the Trumpeting Carnosaur. It deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Probably just want to cast this as a dinosaur. And then, of course, we have 3 Etali as our top end to hit off the Fight Rigging or just ramp into. And then 3 Gisheth Sun's Avatar. This card is sick. Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. It's a 7/6. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library, so ideally 7. Put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest at the bottom in random order. So, when this smacks in, say off of Fight Rigging, and you get an Etali, or you get a... So, some of the fun lines. Get an Etali, that's great. But, you play your Fight Rigging, you activate it with the Hammer Skull. It gets the Gisheth. The Gisheth attacks in, hits for 7, revealing a, for example, Trumpeting Carnosaur, maybe 2, perhaps an Etali. Your Carnosaur comes down, discovers 5, hits the Bonehorde Dracosaur, or the Hulking Raptor, etc. You see where we're going with this. This deck can have extremely explosive turns very, very early on that the opponent cannot deal with, and it is oh so glorious when it happens. Mana base wise, new card, Cavern of Souls, run 4 of them. Fantastic in any tribal deck. It enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, dinosaur. You can tap it to add colorless or add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast creature spells of the chosen type. That spell can't be countered. Fantastic. So, we love that. Sunfall obviously wrecks us, Farewell wrecks us, but this deck is fun. So, if you're interested in dinosaurs, hope you all enjoy the games. If you do, please leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the video. Going first, Keepers against HUD on Xbox Live. Send that friend request. Alright, Mana Dork down into Fight Rigging. Hopefully another creature. Short. Actually works out perfectly because next turn we can play the Bonehorde and then get some first strike in the air. Eyes do a Brutal Cathar, of course. There's Vanguard. No attacks! Really? Okay. Oh, interesting. They Brutal Cathar this for sure, so I think we just put the counter here. Or Ossification, yeah, that works too. We can Boseiju that at instant speed, though. So next turn we're just passing, because we have a tally anyway, so nothing to cast. And really, they just send in these. Okay, I was gonna say. Play you. Pass. Counter. Come at me, Mono White. Okay. Let's let them commit first. A tally can come down next turn into a tally. So this turn we're just Boseijuing the Ossification, and then casting a tally, and then playing a tally, and then they are going to concede. We'll help them out with their land first, though. And then on our upkeep, we get a little critter. Ooh. So much a tally. Hello. Nice. A little redundancy for our dinos. To combat. +1 can go here. Decline. A tally. Now we get a token. Ooh, Peacekeeper. Don't mind if I do. What you got? Intrepid Adversary. Over the top. Hello. Would you like to Iganjo? Is this only dinosaur? Double target creature's power. Nice. Well, looks like Mono White has been soundly defeated. HUD on Xbox Live. Okay. Excellent, excellent. So this is when non-token creature dies. So we'll block like this. And then we'll block like this. And like this. And like this. And like that. 5 blockers. Why would you do that? Look at this sweet 1717 we get. Ooh, and haste? Yes, please. Get him. Tasty. Alright. Added more lands, now have plenty of lands in hand. One goes first, we mulligan this, I think. Okay, now we're missing land. Eat that for us. Eat that for us. We do have the rigging and the hammer skull. They play blue. Well, that's very good, isn't it? Go here first, see if we can get a counter out of them. Again. They probably blow up our Cavern of Souls. Oh, Fading Hope. Okay. We do have a land for next turn. Missing white, so we'll grab that. Ooh, we got a reader. Or let's see if they want to keep countering this. Not this time. Land for next turn. I'm just gonna do this. Fading Hope again. Slip out. Okay. Sure. And do nothing. Love that for us. Terror with only 1 mana open. And we have 6. May have a Spell Pierce here. Yes, please. Give him the business. Could be another slip. Put the counter here so that this becomes a 7/7 next turn if they use slip out the back on it. Could also have a Fading Hope, but they would have had to have just drawn it, otherwise they probably would have used it here last turn instead of slipping out the back. March, okay. And another slip. Huh. I smell desperation. Let's go to combat. You draw those cards. Hello. Yeah. Die, mono blue. Gonna Spell Pierce this? Nope. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Consider away. The dinosaurs are here. I don't think there's anything they could possibly have in their deck that would save them. Yep, so they make blockers, and they tap out. Love that for us. Green acquired. Yeah. Decline. Give him the beatdown. Uh-oh, that's not the way. Sun's avatar coming through. Alright, we go first. We'll keep. We've got the Paleontologist on 2 into a Fight Rigging into the Trumpeting Carnosaur. I really have to look and see what other Discover cards there are, because at least with Cascade, this mechanic is gross. Although, I guess my only experience with it is in Historic Brawl, where obviously all the Cascade cards are, and there's a Modi, so... But in Historic Brawl, it's gross. They play black, so our beautiful Intrepid Paleontologist probably dies. Ooh, no, we're playing some sort of fling nonsense. We'll get the Fight Rigging down next turn. Either way. No blocks on the Scamp here. Although, do we really need this? Ooh, no attack. Alright, Rigging. No stick, fantastic. Bad pickups. We're just gonna hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, next turn 5. We're almost at the Trumpeter. Would love something to fill the gap between now and then, although we could just play the Nexus. Ouch. got it. You want to proliferate your invasion? One, two, three, four, five, six. So trumpeting comes down next turn. We'll get a land off of that, and then we can go into a tally. Hopefully they don't kill our paleontologist here. Ugh. Ouchie. Okay. Nice. Trample. Land. Grab a white source, I suppose. And now we're ready to rumble. I believe they are dead to board. What do you do? That's a lot of damage with this. If they have something like a play with fire or whatever. Oh wait. If a red source you control will deal an amount of non-combat damage less than the power to an opponent, it deals damage equal to the power instead. When it dies, return to the battlefield tapped and transformed. Okay. Ow. Alright, we're dead in the air. But they're dead on the ground. Boom, baby. Dinosaurs, roar. Going first, we have the paleontologist. We could ramp into a tally depending on if our stuff lives, so we're gonna keep. This deck is so greedy and stupid. But we do what we must. Scroll. We're hitting our lands, so we have the raptor next turn. Raptor go rar, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can cast a tally next turn. Unless they kill one of these. Oh, that's not it. Let's go. Green? A tally. Yes. Feel the power. Opponent goes first. I think we mulligan this. Alright, keep. And I guess this can go. Go for the paleontologist on 2. Against blue-white, would love to have one of our new lands. That makes it so our things can't be countered. It's soldiers. This is fine. Whoa. Okay. kind of think we... do we go for the fight rigging now? Throws us off our curve just a bit, but I think we do. Because next turn we could play the Raptor anyway if they get rid of this. So... I guess another fight rigging. There's something here. For one. What could it be? No attacks. Sure. Wonder if it's a slip or something. Let's go with the Raptor. Because it has Ward 2. So they can't interact with it right now. And put the counter there. And then next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they don't interact at all, it was a slip. Alright. If they don't interact at all, we can play a tally. But if they have a counter spell, it's a blowout. We'll take 7. And they tap out. Beautiful. Green mana acquired. Here's a tally. We hit our land for turn. Very nice. Another rigging. Yes, please. Let's get after him. All right. They will need to block next turn. Let's go to combat. Get him. Need to force the block with the Sky Strike here. Oh yeah, you don't want to let that go through. Okay. Nope, got him anyway. Alright, we go first. No mana. No fight rigging, mulligan. Fight rigging and hammer skull. Yes, please. We'll put the Gisheth back in the bin. Let's get the party started. Love to smack that off the fight rigging. That would be amazing. Dinosaur. Holding up mana. So fight rigging, good chance of being countered. So let's not play into a make disappear. Get our 6/6 dino down. Hopefully they tap out for a Celestus. Hey, that will do. Hopefully they don't have Spell Pierce. So maybe it's just supposed to be the Raptor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A tally could come down the following turn. Yeah, let's go the Raptor here. Fight rigging on hold. We're just on the beatdown plan now. And if they tap out to get rid of the Raptor here, with Ward 2, we go Fight Rigging onto the Hammer Skull. Ooh! Pretty good. But is it good enough to defeat Italy? Into another Italy! Take this, I guess. Oh, so much value can't be stopped. Get him. Down to 2. Oh, that was so gross. When the dinos do the thing, the dinos really do the thing. Let's see if they can get out of this. From 2. Nope. We go first, we mulligan this. Alright, got the 2. Green. Teachings. Enchantments, maybe? Let's play around in Ossification, and we'll just get the Fight Rigging down first. Oh, baby. Alright. Please no Boseiju. That's all I ask. Nice. Opponent gets in for a measly 2 damage. Woo. Oh, baby. We'll leave this one in the deck. The dinos have arrived. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Alright. Add green. Get another rigging down. There's the Italy. And then I guess we'll just play you as well. Get a white source, land, everything here. Italy. Hello indeed. Dinosaur, please. Smash. We take those. Alright. We play the ramp game. Dinosaur. On track for the Italy in 2 turns. Opponent's got Azuzas. Yeah, going first turns out is quite good. So Italy next turn. Opponent ramping, but don't know if it's going to be fast enough. We get to ramp as well. Nice. Let's go get white and another red. Not going to bother with flipping that. I think we actually just transform Italy here. and win off of that. Alright, another journey. And that will do it. A little bit slow with no mana acceleration, so turn 4, but I'd love to find a 2-drop mana dork here. Oh. We go fight rigging first, I think. Unless they Thalia here, no. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to find 1 point. But if they Brutal Catharos, we're just wrecked, so... See if they have it here. They probably do. All they need is another Vanguard. Really? Interesting. Ooh. Hammer time. No way they have instant speed removal. Alright, let's see if we can stabilize here. No, they just give protection from green. Not like this. Stupid Skrelv. Oh! They missed it. They missed it. Now they have 3 colors they have to deal with. Wow. We take those. We take those. That was scary. Alright, welcome back to the post-game deck overview. That was our Dino deck. We went 10-9 with it, 53% overall, excuse me. Ooh, 53% overall win rate, 62 on the play, 46 on the draw. It does suffer on the draw for sure, but when it has the boom boom turns, it really has the boom boom turns. So this one's a lot of fun to play. I like it a lot. I really like Gisheth. I love like effects like that. It's just disgusting when it goes off. So pretty happy with the deck. I think there's more tuning that could be done for sure. I'm not too sure about these early mana dorks because if they die or if they like you just draw into them later, then it feels pretty bad. But when you have them in the opener and they don't die and you can ramp into something like a tally super early, feels very good. So a little bit of a trade-off there. There's been 4 versions of the deck. We used to play trying things like Poetic Ingenuity, which is whenever one or more dinosaurs you control attacks, create that many treasure tokens. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 3/1. That was just... We'd rather play Fight Rigging or our Pugnacious Hammer Skull on turn 3 than this. And then we used to have Jetmir's Gardens for casting the the Gisheth, but the tap lands were just too slow. So Cavern of Souls, add them all. And then added in another Hulking Raptor. I like this card because it adds additional ramp at the end of your turn, which is nice. And then, or at the beginning of your turn, rather. And then version 3, we removed an Atali, removed a Gisheth, removed the last Jetmir's Gardens, adding in more mana because we were often mana screwed. So we like to run a lot of lands in this deck, and I think that's for the better. And then the final version, version 4, we used to have Galta, Stampede Tyrant, which is a 12/12 trample. When it enters the battlefield, put any number of creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield, which is pretty gross, but I found that oftentimes we were just playing out dinosaurs from our hand, and they were dying, and we were just playing until finally something sticks. And then when Galta comes down, there's nothing to get out of your hand, so it's a 12/12, which doesn't do anything when it enters, and then they just remove it, and it feels really bad. So we'd rather just have haste, vigilance, and trample, which is much better, and an effect that lets us pull dinos out of our deck, which is very fun. So that was the final version of the deck. I like this one the most. I really like the Skullspore Nexus, but I'm not sure if it's a bit of a trap in this deck. Maybe we'd just rather have 4 copies of the Hulking Raptor instead. But maybe we'll revisit later on, do some tweaking and tuning. But for now, that was the deck. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.